Like, it's hard enough with Mom being gone already. Finding out someone killed her, murdered her. Scout shouldn't have to deal with that.
We feel the same way.
I'm glad you told me, though. Not glad, obviously, but I needed to know.
I thought so, too. Because you're not a little boy anymore. You're a young man.
Oh, I just have one more question. Does my dad know?
Why was Cyrus?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't believe your father knows.
Yeah, he's in Germany right now, visiting Michael. As soon as he gets back, we need to tell him.
I agree. I think your father should know. But Danny, the police are gonna find the person that did this to your mom. And it is not our job to get involved in the investigation. You understand that, right?
Sure.
Look, it's late. Why don't I get you home, and we owe you dinner. So we can grab Noodle Boot on the way home?
Sounds good.
You know that I love you so much, right?
I love you too, Grandma.
Go.
He handled that better than I expected him to.
Yeah, but he brought up his father, and I found that very unsettling.
What up, y'all? This is your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. So, I just did a video about Dante finding out through Chase that they think Cyrus is the lead suspect of Sam's murder, right? So, he's finding out for the first time about that. Now we're going to turn the attention over to Danny, who's going to find out just right now. We're going to talk about the Cyrus part of it through the Rocco, when Rocco tells him in the next video. But right here, we're actually just going to discuss when he finds out that Sam was murdered completely and just reactions from it. So we have Alexis, Kristina and Molly all together at Alexis's house. And they are, planning how they're going to tell Danny. And Dante could have told him, but he said he didn't think it was going to be his place to tell Danny. If it's not Jason or Sam's sisters or mother, then, those are the only people that really is in a good spot to tell Danny about it. So they've all found out about it because they found out about it recently themselves. And Danny's going to find out today because they think Danny's old enough to, find out and, deal with it or whatever. He's out there young. It's not like Scout right now. The Scout will probably not know for a while that her mother was murdered. But because she doesn't understand all that right now anyways. But so Molly's the one to pick him up from the Quartermain household, brings him over, they sit him down. First they try to butter him up a little bit, but he knows it's something serious, so he wants to find out what it's about. And they straight up and tell him that his mother was actually murdered. At first he was shocked by it, and he was kind of confused and a little angry about why would someone want to kill her. Then that he actually found out that she wasn't the only one that was murdered, and her murder is likely tied to other the same suspect and some other murders that were going on at the hospital with the digitalis. So and he handled it pretty well. He wasn't disrespectful or anything like that. And honestly, they were expecting him to, take it a lot worse than he did. They were very impressed with how he took it. He was so calm about it. And he was. It was almost like Dante too. Like Dante and him were very calm about it. It shows the maturity on this kid, Danny, man. But he just had a big question. He just said, "Look, did my dad know about it?" And this was the key thing, though. Alexis lied to him and said that he doesn't know. And one of the things that's interesting, guys, is that I'm trying to remember if Jason actually does know it was Cyrus, because he's been in Germany when everyone started finding out that Sam was murdered. I don't think it was actually discussed with Jason if Cyrus did it, but I think he did find out. I'm trying to remember if he did. Did I even make that video that he found out that she was murdered? Let me know in the comment section if Jason did find out, because I was actually a little bit, like, my memory's not clear on this, if he found out that Sam was murdered. I know he doesn't know Cyrus did it. You know, he hasn't really been able to investigate just yet to know if Cyrus did it or not on his own. So I think he did. I think he did know that she was murdered. I think he did know. But she lied. But according to what I was reading when I did the little recap read, Alexis, and she even said on the show that she lied. So we'll see if that comes back to haunt Alexis when it comes to Danny, if Danny confronts her about it in the future for lying. But Alexis was honestly better off lying about it, because I think Danny would have been a little bit disappointed if Jason knew about it and he wasn't the one to tell Danny about Sam being murdered. And you don't really want, right now, this is really not a good time for Danny to be mad at his father for anything. So I'm glad that Alexis, you know, it was probably a good lie for him. So we're going to talk about Rocco and Danny next, but give me your thoughts here. This is very powerful, and the way Danny handled it was pretty good, but you don't know internally how he's raging about it down the line, which is why we're going to do a very important video a little bit later talking about Kristina and vengeance, when she's talking to Alexis about vengeance, because I think that's a very important video. I want to discuss a couple of things in that video. So, but going ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe. We're going to talk about Rocco and Danny next. Thank you for watching this one. After News to Light.